Hello everyone, and welcome back. My name is Neon Capybara, but you can call me Neon. Today we're going to be talking about why, without Vampire Survivors, we wouldn't have Holocure. So let's start with a little bit of background on Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors was released in early access on Steam December 13th, 2021. Having been created by a single dev, and just dropped onto Steam without any prior warning. At the beginning it didn't get much press. And seeing as the dev, Luke Galante himself, said, I just wanted to make a little something over the weekend to relax to. So he didn't really go out of his way to make a big press release or a lot of promotion for his game. So therefore, he didn't expect it to get a lot of press. But what he didn't expect was the little thing that helped him relax over the weekend proceeded to gain massive popularity over a month. With a variety of streamers and content creators picking it up and streaming it to tens of thousands of people, the addictive yet simple gameplay, along with its dirt cheap price tag, further spiked its popularity over the course of the month, making it, for a time, the most played game on Steam. Personally, I had first-hand experience with this. A friend of mine showed it to me and I didn't really know what to make of it, but after seeing effectively all of the Hololive girls pick it up and start playing it, well, let's just say in my classic impressionable young man way, I went and said, this game doesn't look so bad. And after picking it up and putting as much time into it as I did, I can say, yeah, I mean, it was worth it. It's a great game. It's worth the price, especially after all the updates it's done. But what does that have to do with Holocure? Well, for starters, if you know anything about how Holocure started, you'll know it's heavily inspired by the structure of Vampire Survivors. But it isn't just Vampire Survivors with a Hololive skin. No, it's quite a bit more than that. But one also can't deny the fact that if it wasn't for the existence and popularity of Vampire Survivors, then we wouldn't have gotten Holocure. But what makes it different from Vampire Survivors? Well, we'll talk about that in just a moment, but first I'd like to give a little bit of background on the Holocure dev team. We first heard about Holocure on the 13th of March this year, 2022, with a tweet from the artist and animator KU, simply stating, decided to take a break from animating and got super inspired by Vampire Survivors, and accidentally made a fan game, whoop-de-doo. The concept is, this is Holo fan love. The fans had been consumed by their love for VTubers and became zombie-like. The girls must smack them to snap them out of it. Also stating at the time, with visual effects help from Dul Dula TV, and new Hololive song remixes by Ulfric. We're just doing this as a hobby and we'll be developing this slowly over time. We just started like a week ago, so please stay tuned for a demo eventually in the future. The tweet garnered a lot of attention from the fans and talents alike, all but setting the stage for the game to come. And in a similar vein to Vampire Survivors, what started as a random project to have fun with turned into a fully fledged, very well-made game. Like, very well made. As the months went on, tweets steadily came out as the game progressed. A demo came out May 30th, with more playtesting being done as the game evolved. Eventually, the game was released, just this week actually, resulting in a flood of eager fans along with talents getting permission to stream the game as well. But what makes it different to Vampire Survivors? It has the same addictive gameplay as Vampire Survivors, but improves upon it, with character-specific skills and upgrades catered to work in tandem with one another, along with fun, fandom, and meme-related items that some of which do some similar attacks you might be familiar with from Vampire Survivors. That's not to say there aren't unique things within the game. In fact, there's plenty of new things and items that are completely made just for this game. A couple of things that the game does really well, just to name a few. The art is a step above most fully paid indie games. Music and soundtrack are extremely high quality, and the movement system is extremely smooth. Along with that, the game also currently has 9 playable characters, 5 of which you have to pull from the in-game gacha. Don't worry, you don't have to spend any real money to roll. Real life money, that is. The current roster consists of all the Myth Girls, all of Council, and Project Hope, and more characters to come in the near future. With all that said and done, before we go our separate ways, I'd like to give my final remarks about both Vampire Survivors and Holocure. Vampire Survivors is still very much worth your time and money, and I'd highly recommend you go check it out, especially after all the updates it's gone through since its initial spike in popularity. They have introduced a lot of really fun things and concepts, so yeah, go check them out. I also highly recommend you go check out and support the creators of Holocure. They have done a really great job encapsulating the feeling and gameplay of Vampire Survivors without outright ripping everything off, which they easily could have done, but they didn't, luckily. So go check out Holocure and Vampire Survivors. Links to both storefronts will be in the description box below. Anyways, that ought to do it for me. Make sure to throw a like on the video and subscribe for more content like this. And thank you very much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time. Bye bye.